Welcome to House Blood, where strangers are family. Every episode contains graphic content, including but not limited to copious amounts of blood, unnecessary cursing, death of all ages, be they infants or immortals, fantasy drug use, nudity, mentions of sex, and sound effects of various qualities. We cannot stress enough that this is mature content with adult themes. You have been warned. I hope you're ready.
Alright, welcome to House Blood. I'm Gray, your DM and host. We are a D&D 5e homebrew campaign that deals with natural calamities that are going to destroy the world, along with wars and death. I am here with my players, Mega.
Ditto, I am Mega, and I play Eddie, the Eddie's class. It's like with various cameos by Eddie and other related and similarly named individuals.
Along with Nita.
Hello there, Nita here. I play Aaliyah Allblack, the human cleric sorcerer.
Along with Recusant.
Hello everybody, I'm Recusant. I play Mavet Sohafidash, the once barbarian turned monk spore druid character beast who is now revived and has a new outlook on life.
And finally, our sweet and dear Moo.
Hello, I am Moo. I play Seer, who is a ever on fire genasi, that is an alchemist that is, seeking that burning quest or goal they have.
Yes, and what is that goal?
Probably to find the cure to all things. It's something I'm pretty stoked for.
Yeah, just give it 3 or 4 years. Last time that we ended up playing, a fair amount of things happened. Firstly, you guys dealt with the trap, the dragon wall, and after disabling the trap, it opened up a secret entrance filled with gore and visceral meat and pale white bodies on the ground that wanted to grab your legs. As you walked down the hallway, you found an elder brain by the name of Owen, the architect, the wizard that constructed this dungeon. After speaking to him, you guys arrived at a few conclusions. First of all, it seems like you're pretty buddy-buddy with this guy, as you agreed to put his brain inside of the undead corpse of a Tarask, along with figuring out a few nifty things. First of all, he can break the curse on Aaliyah. It seems like the main way to break this curse is to kill Aaliyah, and he is capable of killing Aaliyah and bringing her back, under the condition that you guys follow through with the favor. Other than that, he has told you that the unicorn that you guys are seeking is in this facility, as he's grabbed it for some experimentation, not on the unicorn itself, but using its blood on other creatures to create a proper skin for the Tarask. Other than that, you guys learned in the bottom right corner of the map that there is a scrying pool of sorts that can scry a location, both in the future, present, and past. As well as the party got together and met Gobsy, the goblin. He's a cook who made a feast that only Mavet participated in. The rest of the party split off from Mavet, went to explore, and eventually found themselves on nearly the bottom right side of the map, going through a small junction in the corridors where they met 4 statues that came to life and now seeks to end your lives. For this, I think the only things I need to stress out is Eddie made it known before knowing the circumstances that Eddie would have scouted with the rest of the party, so he will be participating with this combat. Towards Mavet, Mavet's just gonna listen to us for 4 hours without doing anything. Nah, I'm fucking with you. Guess who's controlling the monsters?
Very involved combat.
Guess who's controlling the monsters? Because it sure as hell isn't me. I gave control over these 4 creatures, since they're fairly simplistic, to Mavet to participate with this combat. And I will be playing the role of Peckins, who is also participating with this combat. So if anyone dies, blame Mavet. Other than that, towards everyone here, did I forget anything with the recap? Going once, going twice.
9.
Brain dude, silly pool, kill,
Blur.
item enchantment.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's the thing we did forget. That was not mentioned. You guys did discover a room with crystals that allowed you to enchant a staff with the spell up to 3rd level. All right. Let's get back into things. I feel like everyone's a bit rusty when it comes to combat. Let's get back to this.
Mom was rusty last night.
Heyo. I apologize that I didn't grease her up.
If anyone's having troubles coming into the map, you can press F5 to quickly refresh your page.
I'll do that. Would you like me to tell you a terrible fire joke?
Please.
A guy with flame tattoo sleeves walked into a building. Security stopped him and said, "There are no firearms allowed in this building."
Lord. I'm gonna quickly refresh on my side. Hang on. There we go.
You know, now I just have several questions now that I've actually, like, seen.
Yep. For you in particular, you can decide where you are at this moment because anything's justifiable. But yes, essentially they were exploring, and it didn't. The encounter did not trigger until Seer got to the center of the room. So you could have been behind, leading the front, whatever you decide.
I would at least imagine. I think if nothing else, like actually Eddie would have probably been here if this was the the line that was happening.
Good to know. All right. Everyone, roll for initiative except Mavet. Mavet, if you want, you can start exploring the tokens to figure out what they can do. All right. Everyone can see what's happening. Aluya's the only person that needs to roll now.
Yes, I'm struggling. Hang on. I forgot how to do initiative.
Go into the combat tab and you will see like your name along with the die. If you guys notice on the top of your screen, we have a little bit of a carousel that will remind you the position of who's going in what order. At the moment is not correct. Yep, everyone's here. There we go.
Oh, that's weird. I thought Carousel was a story about a man who had a one night fling, and like was like slowly like keeping track of his daughter after his death.
What the fuck? I'm sorry, the reference is lost on me.
Carousel is a classic musical.
Okay. I need to brush up on my musical
write
history.
that down. List of movies not to watch.
Okay. Okay, we start off with Peckins working his way into this combat. Immediately, he just goes, "Ah! What happened? What did you do? You dumb bird!" And he's immediately going to attack the person to his left. He will do a quick little beak attack here. Rolling 11, which does not hit. And as he misses with his beak, you see that he flexes his hand. And you guys see like motes of light. Each of these motes look like cogwheels, or mechanical in a sense, as within his hand, Kingdom Hearts style, he forms a blade in his hand. As he conjures a blade quickly and attacks this creature. And he strikes a hit and does 7 damage. Yeah, don't worry about tracking any of the HP, my bad. I got that. He does the strike, and let me take a quick look at what he has. And for bonus action, he doesn't have anything. Yep. And that is the end of his turn. Also, one important thing with the new little combat tracker is you can also end your turn by yourself. It's at the far right. Go right ahead, Eddie. It's now your turn. What do you do?
Hmm. This is an awkward room, to
Yes,
say
it
the
is.
least. Or more accurately, like Seer is in an awkward place in that room. Would have preferred if she had like a different initiative count, but uh, I think at the very least we're going to have we'll try to at least make things a little more difficult for actually I guess no matter what that's gonna happen. Sarah, why are you in the middle of the room?
I got curious. I wanted to see what was in the hallways.
You know what the funny part is? Like, just before she activated this, she's like, I know I've been activating a lot of traps lately and just getting things going. I'm sorry, guys, but I really want to explore it.
I'm sorry.
All right, here's the compromise I'm gonna do here.
Yep.
Eddie, as a bonus action, is going to pick up well, not pick up, but I guess it would be pick up, even though it's hanging around his neck. Or hold up his vape pen, kind of like blow in, like a suck and blow, and a small protective fog starts to collect around around Seer as she has been given the benefits of sanctuary.
Ooh. Okay. That is good to know. Okay.
And then Eddie is going to, for his regular action, I guess it really doesn't matter which one. Yeah, well, at least make them work for it. Going to Eddie Blast this one here.
Okay.
Do.
Focus fire.
Now, if this works like I hope. Gotta figure out that later. Or maybe it's because this needs to be open still. All right, I'll figure out the hotkey thing later. It doesn't seem to be working for me.
A 13 is not enough to hit it.
I wouldn't expect it to.
Yeah, but I will give you this, just because with Peckin's role and all that, it does seem like these creatures they're wearing a plate sort of armor, so it seems like a lot of blows will deflect off of these creatures. Not to say that they have resistance or anything, and neither will 12.
Right, then that will have to be it for Eddie's turn as that's action, bonus action, and like he has no reason to move anywhere or move anything.
Okay, sounds good. Towards Mavet, are you able to see which one's acting next on your end?
I have awakened, Birdman.
You're gonna have a lot of fun with this, I can tell.
Okay, let me just make sure it works and I'll narrate it.
Yeah. Make sure you do target an enemy before you do anything. Whoa! Before anything happens, who exactly were you targeting? You never really announced it. I don't see like a tag.
Oh, I said, beware, Birdman.
Okay,
Or I have
Peckins.
awakened, Birdman.
Yep, Peckins. Gotcha.
Wait,
Okay.
Why did that move?
So, as I come crashing down with my great sword, we are heading for a critical strike.
Okay, can you make sure you target Peckins and deal the
He's
damage?
targeted.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's because of overlap. I see it now. Woo! 17 damage on poor old Peckins. Animate this for me while I'm doing damage.
So, as the beak hit and rattled the chest plate of the statue knight, he slowly raises his great sword in one hand in a robotic fashion and slams it down on top of Peckins's right shoulder, gashing it.
Okay. It can make a second melee attack. Is he going to strike again? And as Peckins does receive that slash across the chest, you just hear him squawk, "Fuck! That hurt, you dumb bird!"
Pulling it back off of Peckins's chest, the statue readies one more attack.
And who's he targeting?
He will be targeting the stupid bird again.
Okay. Let's see it. Another natural fucking 20! What the fuck?
Oh my goodness! Bye,
I'm-
Peckins.
I'm sorry, you
Hey,
guys
it's a-
might lose your companion.
It's a good thing I'm not going for our players right now.
Holy shit.
I actually rather prefer attacking a player. Oh crap, we
God.
don't know the NPC.
Damage? I'm just gonna double check his sheet here quickly. You got
For
reactions,
14
right, Peckins?
slashing damage.
You got reactions? Huh? Yeah.
For the record, I don't know why Peckins stayed in the middle of the room.
I don't know either. I thought he was gonna just like be laying back, but I guess he's a fighter.
No. He's a little trapped at the moment. Everything's a little congested here.
Isn't he a smaller size than most of us?
No, he's medium.
I have vastly overestimated how big this bird is.
Oh, but yeah, no, he doesn't have silvery barbs or anything like that to deal with critical hits. So yeah, he's hurting bad. He is almost bloodied. Towards Mavet, same thing applies to you. You can end the turn.
How high are these ceilings again?
You said it's on the far right.
10
On the
10, yeah, about 10 feet tall. And what were you saying, buddy?
So would it be after where the reaction would be? Because I don't see any more bars for intern.
Yep. Towards yours, it'll be after reaction, yes. It'll say end turn, pass.
Okay, I don't see that.
Okay, that might be something only I can see. Good to know. Okay. Your turn again, Mavet. You know which one it is? It's the one to the south. What does that one
no. I need to feel sanctuary now.
do? Yeah, just as a reminder, Seer is under the effects of Sanctuary. Eddie, you mind giving us a quick crash course on Sanctuary?
So anytime that you have to make an attack against Seer specifically, you'll need to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, and if you fail to save, you do have to pick a new target.
Okay.
So I will
And this
be
is for each
attacking
attack you try to
Seer,
make against her.
since she will be the closest one.
Okay.
Can't tell if it's targeting her, even though I'm clicking it.
She doesn't look targeted yet.
Watch him roll another natural 20.
Are you sure
I
you're...
mean, I prefer he rolled the natural 20
There
on
we
the
go.
save
Yeah,
rather
there
than the
you go.
attack.
So
There you
it
go.
doesn't auto. Didn't auto move who I was selected. So
Okay.
I fixed it now.
There you go. Describe what's going to happen. Do the attack
So-
roll.
Just like the other stone statue knight, in the same fashion, raising up his right arm with his great sword, he goes to attempt to slash down, aiming at Seer's neck,
First,
shoulder area.
before you make the attack roll here, make a wisdom saving throw. And you can do that by pressing on the save skills and tools with the new action HUD that we have. And you click on wisdom. Yep, cannot attack.
And thinking better of it, he will use his free. I never had to do this, so we gotta ask Mega. What is the order of operations for switching weapons?
Reaction.
What do you mean by switching weapons?
So if I were to,
It should be a free. It's a free action to drop your weapon and an item interaction to grab a new weapon.
And you only get one object interaction per turn.
Yep.
yes. So he will instead drop his great sword and
We
pull
see it.
out
We see it thunk to the ground.
A stony, heavy crossbow.
Yep. And keep in mind, any kind of ranged attacks you make with that will be at disadvantage since Seer is right beside you.
Mhm. And he will be going for the next closest target.
You hang on. You cannot do that.
Okay, good.
Well, it's merely because the multi-attack specifies 2 melee attacks. You made 1 melee attack and you're switching to your crossbow. You cannot make another attack yet, but you can have this ready.
And as we end the turn on this statue knight, you see his crossbow aimed at Peckins.
The fucking bird. Hallelujah, your friend's getting beat up here. Oh shit. Did we just skip Lee's turn here? Yeah, we
Yes,
did.
we
Hang on.
No, that was the statue knight's turn.
No, we skipped Aluya's turn here. Hang on. Bring this back. There we go. Aluya, it's your turn. Peckins is being bullied.
Leave my best friend alone, you assholes!
What?
The air around Aluya is starting to charge up. You're gonna start to see all these sparks fly around her. It's all gonna come down to the bottom of her foot, and she's gonna stomp and shoot out a lightning bolt at these two guys. Boop,
Okay.
boop.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw, I presume.
Yes.
All right. Mavet, while she's getting that spell ready, make 2 saving throws for the statues. Dexterity. And what's the DC?
17.
17.
Dexterity.
See if they get 17.
Wait, 16, I'm sorry.
16, never mind.
My fault.
Yep. Start doing the damage.
Wow.
Yep. 18 for one.
The top one survived with an 18.
Yep. I assumed you were doing top bottom. Oh, damn.
And 17 for the second.
2 successes. 2 very lucky rolls. All right, 27 damage, halved. Someone give me the quick math for that. Yeah, 13?
Half of 27, you said?
Yeah, 13, right?
13.
Yep, round it down.
And this guy here
Yep.
and this guy here takes 3 lightning damage.
3 additional.
Yep. This
Okay.
guy and the one
Yeah,
next
yeah,
to
the-
Eddie.
Oh, the one next to Eddie. Okay, so the one directly south of you and the one east of you. 3 lightning damage, gotcha. Tell me about that nifty buildie that just happened.
That was the one I accidentally plopped up. It's the Heart of the Storm.
Okay, that's cool. All right, all right. Anything else on your turn?
How bad is Beckons looking?
He's getting close to bloodied.
Okay. We'll hold off. You got this, buddy. Hang on. Just do you. Great.
Repeat after me. Fuck.
That will end my turn.
All right. It is now the statue's turn. What are they going to do, Mavet? This is the one in the bottom right corner, directly to the south of all this combat.
Noticing the weakness of the bird,
Jesus.
the statue is
Now,
thinking,
then, I would like to point out just for a moment that of all the characters that have acted since the combat started, the one who put out the lightning did the most damage.
I can't get to her with them, but you'll see what I'm doing.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll with it. You know what? This is a cool feeling for me. This feels like I have no control over these creatures, as it should be with these statues. But let's see where this goes.
Seeing as Seer was the one who activated them, right?
Yes, that is correct.
So this Stone Knight will attempt to attack Seer first.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Yeah, excellent tactic on Eddie's part. It's been a while since I've seen Sanctuary in action, and this is an excellent use for it. It would have target Peckins.
Yep, and he is going to target Peckins. For sure.
Yep, make that attack roll. Oh my fucking god!
What is happening?
No, okay.
Natural 20.
Those are 3 natural 20s?
There's no way. Let me.
No,
I wanna see
no
if
rolling.
it's just
Don't roll.
automatically-
Don't test. No rolling. If this happens again, it fucking happens again. But we're not wasting any rolls. Do the fucking damage, buddy.
No, I will gladly waste them. What the hell?
What is it? What
Fucking
is it? Peckins? Oh no.
22. Oh my
I am
god.
so glad my turn.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Make
reiterate
things
my
happen.
thing. This bird which can fly, and there's a ceiling that's 5 feet, that's 10 feet high, could have 100% just flown over.
Sure. Yeah.
He's been flying around this whole thing. Shut up.
Sure. Shut. I've never heard you say that. Shut up.
Like you're about to, it sounds like you're about to say oh, he hasn't actually been flying this whole time. There's just motherfuck.
He has not shown the capability of flight yet. With this statue knight, describe it for me. This is another crit for you.
Again, in a very robotic, slow fashion, the Stone Knight begins to raise up his great sword and again, like a robotic fashion, slices in the same place that the first Stone Knight struck.
Fucking hell. I need to reiterate for the party, NPCs do not make death saving throws. So
That's why I'm annoyed.
when he reaches 0, he's fucking dead.
I'm the healer. That's what makes me sad. I can fix him. But the problem is, it's not my turn yet.
What's next? You have one more attack, buddy. Who are you attacking?
As he reels back up his great sword, he will be going in for another attack against Pickens.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh, thank God. 9 is not a hit.
Then he is saved for now.
Okay. Fuck, Seer, it's your turn. Peckins is getting his ass whooped.
So 20.
Well, I do have a solution. But Peckins cannot resist me. He just cannot resist. Because if he does, he will die.
His wing is over his wound, just blood soaking the feathers. Taking deep breaths, he looks at you and says, "What? You think you're fucking clever just because you're a dumb bird?"
And then Seer will just look back to them being like, just don't resist. As I will cast Vortex Warp onto them.
Okay. He fails. He chooses to fail.
And I send him right behind Eddie.
Ooh.
Yep. Excellent use. So, animate the spell for me.
Well, here's what I think would happen. Seer basically pulls up this strange vial. And then they smack Peckins with it, which makes Peckins... The vial doesn't break. Instead, the vial just turns blue as Peckins is in the vial, and they just chuck it over to Eddie's head. And the vial breaks behind Eddie, where Peckins just appears on the floor.
Oh my God. He does, and he's just, like, coughing up blood from his beak.
And what I will do is that I will move up. Taking 1 attack of opportunity.
Possibly 3.
No, just 1. I'm
Why?
going into the combat. It's just because there is 1.
Oh, 2. Oh, yeah, no, I see what you mean. Sorry, I forgot range was a thing. I was just looking at the 3 enemies you're around.
Oh, wait.
She won't take one because he has a crossbow out.
Oh,
Yep.
correct.
There you go.
But for the
Excellent
time being,
move.
I approach here. I cast a spell. I really don't have any bonus cantrips. So ultimately, I'm gonna have to just kind of stand there as a meat shield. So, end of my turn. Let's see if I can end it now. Here we go.
Then the next turn is good old Mavet to the east of Echo Knight Eddie. What does that one do?
So, this statue knight is upset at Nita, but knowing someone is in the way, he is going to make an attack against Smoky Eddie.
Okay. Okay. Oh my God, you high
For
fucking
a
roller.
23 to hit.
Okay, I believe that's way above Echo Knight Eddie's AC, and I believe he only has 1
Where-
HP.
Oh, I haven't seen.
That's the wrong one, but yes, that still functions.
Okay, so now is he despawned?
Yeah.
It.
Make sure you're on the character sheet for the one to the east of Echo Knight Eddie.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that's fine. They're identical creatures. You're fine. Okay.
And then with that, he is going to step into Smoky Eddie's remains.
Sounds good. No need to delete Echo Knight Eddie. We know where his last location was.
And he is going to use his second attack to make a great sword attack
Against Aluya. Okay.
I'm following a rule pattern for making these attacks.
Okay. I'm liking it. I like being in the dark for this. This is fun. Go right ahead. God, you're either rolling low or rolling really high.
And then that will end the Statue Knight's turn.
Okay. It is Peckin's turn here. Peckin's seeing everything that is going down at the moment. He is going to... God fucking damn it. Yep, looking down at this in hindsight, I had a pretty bad selection in spells for him. Yeah, I think what he would do in this moment... who can he see? Nope. God fucking damn it. I apologize. A lot of his spells are utility. And we're facing constructs at the moment, so that's a little bit of a difficult thing here. I'm thinking what he would do in this moment.
Honestly, he might want to put a little extra space if he doesn't want to get crossbowed.
Yeah, that might be a good one. Yeah, I think he might make a tactical retreat for this one. I think you guys see him become invisible at this moment. And he takes a couple steps away. And that'll be the end of his turn. He took a couple heavy blows at the moment. He's scared. Eddie, it is now your turn.
All right. So first thing Eddie is going to do is he's actually going to he'll step away, so I guess that'll proc an opportunity attack.
If you want, take it, buddy. My bad.
I'm clicking stuff. I gotta target him.
Yep, that's fine. Mm-hmm. 18, Jesus. What was your AC? 15?
18 hit.
is.
You said your AC's 15.
No, I'm guessing.
No.
No, that was just me guessing.
So no, my AC is 18, but like I said, I'm going to be using
Okay.
Reaction Shield. I just need
There
to
you
make
go.
sure it was 18, actually 18.
Yeah. I'm glad. I don't feel as bad not knowing your AC. Yeah. So that'd be a 23 constant. I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, flavor this up. Both of you.
Well, I think as the strike just comes, just Eddie's just going to like blow smoke in their face, and like not only like does it like make them do a coughing fit, but like it's like their eyes get all watery and like hard to see and just like misses. You know, it's like a kiss, but not. Then what he's going to actually do,
Manifest Eddie?
no.
Okay.
I am hoping that Aluya has the spell slot to do this. But I honestly want to see if I can pop.
I'm sorry, you're cutting out. Could you repeat that one more time?
There's a storm going on. We're just gonna have to live with it.
Yeah, that's fine. I just need you to repeat what you said so I can hear you.
I might even just like close out the stream because just save on resources here. Because Foundry is a hog, and you have no option on Twitch to go for a lower quality setting. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so like Eddie is going to hope that hope that those two don't get stuck as a result of this. But Eddie is going to cast down. Actually, I feel like a statue is missing.
Let's see from your perspective.
Oh no, never mind. I forgot
Yeah.
the visuals make things awkward.
Yeah.
Making certain tokens disappear.
Yeah, but you can definitely see the one left of Seer. I 100%. You can see into that square.
Right, then then Eddie is going to once again just pull out his his vape pen, give it a few puffs, and he's going to the smoke is going to exude from his mouth, and as it does so, it's going to cover the area in what you would originally think would be like some sort of fog, but it actually seems to almost create a sort of semi-solid, semi-smoky tendrils all over the place as he is going to cast web.
Ooh, okay.
And the reason why I say the one thing that I do is that I have no way to... Well, ideally, it's better if I make it so that it covers as much of the room as I can. So it is going to include Aluya and Seer in the area.
Is it just fair
But I know that both of those two have a solution to get people out of it, so...
Is it just fair to assume that it will cover the entire room? I believe it's a 20 by 20, right?
Yeah, it's a 20-foot square. So I'm include the only place it isn't going to cover is that it's the last line toward the back door there.
Yeah. No need to include a template with it. It's fairly easy to remember that there's a web here. Unless you're doing something specific where it's not just gonna cover the entire room. Yep. Like,
So
if...
then-
Yeah. Go right ahead.
And I think as a bonus action, partially to just like get this out of the way,
Yep.
Smokey Eddie is going to reappear, and they are going to float over
Oh.
to. I'm gonna put them. Actually, I'll just put them. I'll just put them there.
Nice. Yeah, animate this all up for me.
Yeah, so it's like just as the as he blows out, the smoke begins to fill the room, and rather than something like a fog cloud like normal, it's like the smoke begins to solidify and create more just smoky tendrils that start connecting multiple parts of the area in the room together. It's until essentially a web made entirely of smoke has entered the entire area, and then appearing within that same area returns Smokey Eddie, who is completely unaffected by the area placed down.
All right. And I assume
I hope you
that's...
two can still get out of that.
I assume that's all of your actions by the sounds of it. It sounds like you got it.
Yeah, that's action, bonus action, and even my reaction, so...
Damn. Fucking heavy. All right, Mavet. Statue to the west of Seer, south of Aluya. Tell me what's happening here. We see this crumbling
Well, first they're
statue.
making a dexterity saving throw.
There you go. Dex save first. Oh my god, of course. Yeah, I assume a 19 beats your DC. That sounds about right.
So
I can't
as
help it if
this-
they roll a 19 on the die, so...
Yep.
So as the statue knight suffered some shock damage, he is going to slowly rotate to his left, facing away from where Seer is currently, and ready an attack against Aluya.
Not the ready action, you're just going to
Yeah,
attack her.
just-
Yep. Got you. All right. Target her, and let's see the attacks.
Or a
Any kind
22
of...
to hit.
Yeah, does that meet your AC? Any bullshit you have in mind?
If by bullshit you mean shield, sure.
Yeah, there we go. Yes. Shield is my hallmark bullshit spell. What is your current AC with shield on, just for reference?
23.
23, noted. All right, what is the statue going to do next, Mabet?
So, as he begins to swipe at Aluya, do you want to explain how it's deflected or avoided?
As
let's
soon
see
as
that.
the great sword comes down, it kind of just gets stuck. You kind of hear the ping of this force field around her that is like this light salmon color, just encasing her entire body.
There you go.
So as it pings off of this force field, his arm up in the top position is going to attempt to come crashing down on Aluya again, making another attack.
Nope.
For another ping.
All right, that is the end of
And
its
that
turn.
will end turn.
And yep, you know how to end it now. It is now the next creature's turn, directly towards the south of the last creature you controlled in this small rectangular room.
And it also gets to make the dex save.
Yep, dexterity save. What's the DC? Just reference.
DC 15.
Got you. DC 15. Damn, of course, right on the fucking dot. What the hell, 15? Oh my god.
He has to fail these eventually.
Eventually.
So, again, feeling the sparks still tingling throughout his body, he will rotate more towards Aluya, raising his heavy stone crossbow to make an attack.
Keep in mind, she will be getting half cover, and I believe that's +2 to dexterity and AC. Is that correct? Yep.
So she'll have a 25.
25 to hit.
I'm assuming these aren't the smartest, but I'm following a rule.
It is perfectly fine. These are constructs.
Oh, it almost hit a 20.
Yeah. You only get one attack with the crossbow, so that would be the end of his turn. Yep. So animate this up for me, Mavet, as we move on to Luya.
So as the stone statue raised his heavy stone crossbow to fire a stone bolt at Aluya, it gets stuck in the stone behind her as it misses.
Okay. Cool beans. Aluya, it is now your turn. What do you do? There's a lot of hard men around you.
Well, first she also has to make a dexterity saving throw.
There you go.
I'll do it. If I fail, I'll use my ring to succeed.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm sure you have great dexterity. Yeah, a 12 would be a failure. So,
Okay, so
remind me about this ring. What does it do?
My ring of evasion.
Okay. Doesn't ring of evasion? Yeah, hang on.
It has 3 charges and allows her to spend a charge to automatically succeed on a dexterity saving
Okay,
throw.
it was an automatic success. I thought the ring of evasion worked like a thieves' evasion. No, that'd be incorrect. All right, cool. Yeah. All right. You succeed. What do you do? Oh, and by the way, I believe that was a reaction you used, right? Yep, reaction. So keep that in mind. You can't use shield when you get hit again.
Okay.
Yep.
Beep bop beep 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 beep. If I thunderstep with Seer, I'm trying to figure out how far am I going.
How far? Well, do you require sight?
Yeah.
Not that far. Within your vision, you'd only see to the north of the statue knight, right in front of the door. It'd be the square above. To the corridor to your left, you'd only see that first 5-foot square, and anywhere inside the room. You're in a pretty bad spot here.
It still gives me... They're gonna be funneled in. So...
Well, she can temporarily occupy Seer's space before she casts the spell, you know?
Really?
Correct. But the problem is, it depends on the DM's ruling. Since there's 2 baddies, can they go across? I've seen DMs kind of make an argument of, like, if you're pinned in one spot, you can't exactly jump between the 2.
It depends on the writing of the spell. Let me see it.
Well, no, it's about movement. But the fact is
that's
that,
what
you know,
you're
like,
talking
there is,
about. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get what you mean. No, what Mega is saying is totally correct. I thought you guys were talking about a feature within the spell. If it's temporarily occupying an ally space, yes, it can work. I'm not going to argue with that. I'm sorry, Aluya, you are not big enough to fully encompass a 5-foot square. So yes, if you want to move to the southeast onto Aluya Square, or not Aluya, Seer Square, it is totally feasible.
Okay. Seer, just a heads up, I could get us out of here, sort of.
Oh,
But
good.
it's going to get loud.
I'm sorry.
It will get loud. Yeah, like really loud.
PTSD flashbacks.
1,000-mile stare.
Think happy thoughts. Maybe cover your ears. You have cotton. That might help.
As
And,
far as I'm aware, I'm kind of busy not being murdered, as well as you are.
True. So I'll do that. I'll step into her square. I will thunderstep us as... Oh, wait. It'll take us further now. Beep-a-beep-a-doo. Oh, so I can go far.
Mavet, look into your DMs. Okay, so you're going all the way down? Like, far away?
Yeah. Like,
Okay. Yeah, all the way north. Got you.
But not to these pools, okay?
Yeah, so you're talking, like, right until, like, the corner right up here. See where I'm pinging? Zoom out.
Hold on. Beep, boop, boop.
And I was
No, I
also
wanna-
a little selfish because all of the statues all of them get to make that saving throw.
Yeah. I don't want to go too far from Eddie, so I
Just
think enough,
just move your token where you want to go.
like here.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
to go into the thing, but not too far from Eddie and Peckins.
Yeah, just move your token. Go right ahead. I'm sorry, Mega. What did you say? You didn't cut out or anything. I was just distracted by something.
I was just indicating that that all of the statues get to make the saving throw as a result of Thunderstep.
Yep. Roger Dodger.
Let me bring this up.
Okay. Yeah, so Thunderstep, what was it again? It was Constitution. All right, make me 4 Constitution saving throws, Mavet. Okay. Which one was that for?
Most damaged one. So
Okay.
south of where
Yeah.
she was. And now
I
I'm going to
gotcha.
do the other one right next to her.
Yep.
Where she
Gotcha.
was.
Can you roll that damage so we can do this as we go along? Was the saver suck? Yeah. Nope. It's half damage. Got it. Okay. Okay. 18 full damage. That one's nearly dead.
So that was for the furthest south one. Rolled 11.
south
make it a
one.
2.
Okay. South one, 18. Okay, doing some shit ton of damage right now. Jesus. And of course they're rolling poor on the ones that they actually have modifiers for.
Yeah.
Well, north or east for this one? My bad. North or east?
Oh, that was east. They all failed.
Yeah, okay, they all failed? Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, the battle's looking a lot better now. After Thunderstep. Maybe it's just a good tactic to repeat Thunderstep or fireball the fuck out of them. Mavet, do you read the message I sent you? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I answered your question as well. Okay. Okay. Anything else on your turn, Aluya? Flavored this up for me. You did something extremely impactful.
So thinking of Peckins and the situation that we're in, especially Seer, she'll kind of have like that panicky moment, like, oh, what do I do? Oh shit. All right, we'll do this. We'll try. And then she'll just move herself, and again, like the charge starts to going around her. As she holds on to Seer, who I hope is covering her.
Since you
And
gave
then-
them a heads up when you grab them, well, actually, where'd you grab them? Because basically, before you do it, Seer would probably cover their ears.
I imagine
just
like,
shoulders.
oh, I thought you were gonna do the scruff of the neck like a cat.
No. Just on the shoulders. The charge shoots up around us, and instead of going out, it implodes into this small dot, and it shoots off into the direction that we went.
Oh, nice. So directly north, back into the cavern. Luya, once you reappear, all you hear is meow, meow, as the cat goes fucking wild around you.
What the fuck?
You still have a cat on you.
That ends my turn.
Okay, end your turn, and we'll move to the next statue. This is to the east of the room. What kind of tactics are they going to
Dexterity saving
employ?
throw.
Good job. And
I
enough.
succeed.
Unfucking believable with these rolls. Like,
I mean, for
so-
being made of stone, they're kind of like glass cannons.
So I need to stress to the audience, the dexterity saves, they have no fucking modifiers. It is just completely flat. That's it. Nothing crazy. They've just been rolling high for their dexterity saves.
We could just say your secret weapon is really Mavet, or in this
Yeah.
case, you know, Cupcake being the
Hey,
shorter
Malvet, you
one.
want to control a boss battle for me? Oh, fucking
I don't want to
hell.
do a TPK finally. it wouldn't feel the same if you don't get it.
Yeah, I know. Okay. They succeeded their dexterity save. What is the plan?
Okay. Noticing that Seer and Aluya vanished, breaking free from the smoky tendrils of webbing, this statue will start to move back to its resting place where it was first activated
Hang on.
and go back to its...
Yeah. Eddie, you gonna take that?
I can't.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I forgot you used your
I had to use my
Yeah,
reaction earlier.
completely forgot about that. All right. Continue on, Cupcake.
And he will go back to where he originally started and awakened and go back into a resting stature.
Okay.
End his turn.
Sounds good. Next is Seer's turn here.
I mean, big thing that's wrong with Seer right now is like even when they cover their ears, they're still rattled. Like I think Louis would notice is like they're very much like shaken by the sound of thunder itself and just feeling it. But they're not stunned like the other times. They're very much able to react more, and they kind of are like watching. Are these animated armors just walking back to their spots?
You've seen the first one do it.
I'm gonna look to Eddie and mean like, let's back up and see if they follow. If they don't, that means we got out. That might be a good thing. That means then we know how to.
I mean,
deal with
hey,
it.
like, couldn't we just, like, destroy the statues while they're inert?
Correct. That's what I was thinking. But that's what I was gonna say is we wait for a bit. Plus, I need to fix the dumb bird.
Well, don't call him dumb bird. His name is Peckins.
I'm aware, I'm just teasing because I'm surprised he's still alive.
You hear him mimicking crying.
Where is he right now?
He is invisible, but directly north of Eddie.
I walk over, feeling around
Yeah.
till I like touch him.
You do.
I don't need to see him to just be like, give him a nice gentle pat. I don't ever cast a spell but cure wounds.
You know, you really are the good one.
Yeah, anyhow.
Okay, anything else on your turn?
I me first do this. So let's first level spell slot. Cool. Hopefully it's gonna roll.
Yeah. Cool beans.
And this is also a +5.
Yes, ma'am. Looks like
So you
+5
heal
was
17.
incorporated. Are you sure? +5 looks like it was already incorporated, unless there's
Oh,
another
that's
feature.
just for my spell modifier.
Okay. Got you.
What I
17.
meant by it too is that it's also another +5 because I'm an alchemist.
That's awesome. I like that.
So 17 healing.
Repeat after me. Thank you.
Well, might as well make sure that you're up. I don't want you to fall down. My job's to keep people healthy, not dying.
Okay. All right. Anything else on your turn? You gonna start moving away from this situation, or are you going back into the combat?
I'm gonna stay back because very much if they're moving back, it's better to wait till they're all reset for us to do our next thing. And then Eddie and Aluya can just plan with me on like what we do next. If either we proceed forward or we go back, because we're gonna fill Eddie in on a lot of the things. Or if he was with the group the whole time, that means he already knows a lot of the things we found.
Okay. End your turn then.
No. Okay, fine.
Okay. Okay, fine. All right. What does the next one do? Mavet. This is the
Makes
one
a
to the
dexterity
north.
saving throw.
Yep.
Yeah.
This one is to
Said
the
dex
north.
save.
This statue is to the north, right besides the door leading to the stairwell. Natural one, finally.
Alright, it's now restrained.
Yep.
Right. Candy making a action to like try to cut it.
What do you say? Like, you mean like try to like escape the web, or
Yeah. Don't you? If you have a,
That's fire.
if you
Fire
fail
is
your
what you're-
reaction, you can use an action to do it.
Yeah, you can do that. Fire is another way of escaping the web.
So I will use my action to try to break free from the web.
I want to
What would
break
that be?
free.
that'll be a strength check?
Oh, thank God.
For a
17. There you go.
All right. And do I have any movement?
That just took your action.
I just need movement.
But yeah, it's as Grace said. That was your action to like a break. So
Okay. So I can't move.
No.
well, you can move.
Yeah, we
You
just
can
said
just-
your
I
action.
was just
yeah.
asking.
Yeah, don't worry.
Then I will move one step north,
Okay.
and then that will end my turn.
Okay, it is Peckin's turn, and Aluya, you feel someone going besides you, and going somewhere. And that is... Yes?
Hello?
You,
Hello?
you feel someone hugging you.
I know. I was just like, hello?
Yep,
Who's-
there you go. You feel a phantasmal embrace. Eddie, it is your turn. What do you do?
All right. Oh gods. Right, pretty straightforward. We're going to now target stat.
Could you
With
repeat that
Eddie.
one more time for me?
So like then we're going to now target the statue
Yeah.
that just moved up with a pair of Eddie blasts.
Awesome possum. Let's see it.
Uh,
I don't know. To me, this is the turnabout music. Getting the fuck away. 12 is a miss. Oh, fuck. A 25 is a definite hit.
Well, it's nice that something hit.
Yep.
So that will deal...
Ooh, that looks nice. All right, 10 force. Oh, yeah, then the bludgeoning damage as well.
10 force, 4 bludgeoning, and it gets to move back 10 feet.
You want to move that back? You. Back 10 feet. What else does Eddie do?
Well, I'm not actually going to move forward, but since I don't have visibility permissions for Smoky Eddie, I have to...
Yep, I got you.
I'm just going to have, like, now Smoky Eddie take this position here. Actually... No, it's better to be a dick and move him here.
I appreciate dick moves.
And to be even more of a dick move, Eddie is now going to fall prone. And end his turn like that.
Okay. That sounds good to me. It is now the Statue Knight's turn. This one is to the southwest of the room. What does dexterity save? What does this one do after a dexterity save? And finally getting the low rolls, it is restrained. With a 4.
He will use his action to attempt to break free.
Alright. Make me strength. DC 15. Okay. Awesome. 19.
19. So
no action. Yep.
Right. He will attempt to move closer to the stairs. He goes back to his original position, but his eyes are set on the stairs. And he will...
Hang on. Is that the correct one? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong one. This one would have been the one to the northwest of the room. All right, and that one's turn, and move on to the next one with a dexterity save. But 19. Fucking hell, I'm tempted to start like jotting down your fucking rolls. Fucking hell. What does this one do? This is the one to the southwest with the crossbow.
Incidentally, for the probability of like his current like set so far on these rolls is or at least the specific, like the fact that he did like 3 in a row had about like a 2% chance of happening.
Jesus. Holy fuck. Alright, what is
Until
this
his first failure.
What does this one do? My bad.
So, looking, scanning his environment, he realizes he's already in the same spot of where he originated.
Yeah.
So he does a quick pan around the area, drops his crossbow, picks up his sword, and goes into a resting position.
And we're going to remember for that one that he did drop his heavy crossbow. All right. It is now Aluya's turn. Aluya, do you do anything crazy or significant? It sounds like everyone's just trying to get the fuck out of this situation.
Right.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but that's the general vibes I've been getting with these tactics.
Oh, Eddie's having fun right now.
Yeah, Eddie's
you guys can run, but...
So, are we going to go back to Mavet now? That was not fun.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is great.
If you say so. she'll kind of look around and make sure no one's behind her or around us, and that will end her turn.
Hmm. Okay. It is now the one that is currently resting. Does he do anything or skip his turn?
I gotta flip a coin on this because this is part of my
Yeah.
rules I was following, but I didn't think I would.
Yeah. Be in this kind of situation.
No, I'm gonna say he went in. I'm gonna say he went into his resting position, so
Yeah.
he's inanimate now.
Yeah.
End his turn.
All right, Sierra, is your turn. What do you do?
Are we still engaged with this inanimate thing? Because it seems like it did keep chasing down, right?
One of them appears to be doing it. 3 out of the... correct me if I'm wrong, Mavet. It sounds like 3 of the 4 are currently resting?
No, 2 of the 4
2 of the
are currently resting. The southern ones.
Yep.
Seer's gonna back up Eddie. Because the key thing is, like, even though Eddie heard what I said, if they're still pursuing, they're still pursuing, you know?
Mm.
So I think Seer will stand back behind Eddie. I'm just trying to think how I want to hurt this thing.
How am I going to hurt you?
I think if I'm gonna hurt an
Also, if you have any
animal-
ranged options, I'll remind you that Eddie did fall prone on his turn.
Yep.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I do have range options, and the thing is, like, I can defend Eddie if I needed to, because I have a way to escape.
Mhm.
But I'm trying to think of, like...
Well, towards Echo Knight Eddie, is he... Because I always forget how we really go with this. Is Echo Knight Eddie providing, like, a half cover to the Statue Knight?
Oh, that would be a problem.
Because I know
That's an up to you
Those are on
kind of thing.
stairs.
I'm gonna say with the strange circumstances, and since we've used Echo Knight Eddie as a shield towards Seer, that he is providing cover, half cover specifically to the knight on the top of the stairs. Just because this is an incline as well is what's really adding to this decision.
I have an important question for Eddie before we move on. Is he laying on his tummy or on his back, being prone?
What the fuck? Why does it matter?
I just need this visual.
Okay.
I mean, he's on his belly. I mean, if we were in the water, it would be different, but...
Look, Mavet, stop asking silly questions. Obviously, in the water, I'd be on my back. Okay, what the fuck's Seer doing? Sorry.
You see, the thing is, I have no problem doing 2 things. I can either block the hallway with a flaming sphere, but that means Eddie's gonna run the hell out of there. Or I just stand in front of Eddie and take an offensive position where if things approach me, I could fight back, but I block the corridor and we just kind of like play the game of shooting them down slowly, because I could take a few hits, but I also can just be a meat shield.
Okay.
You should
So-
still have Sanctuary activated too.
That's what I'm saying. So the idea is if I go in front and I just do dodge, Eddie will never be touched.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say to Eddie,
Yeah. Yep.
do you want me to be in front? They can't touch me while I keep you safe, and you can just keep pelting them if they keep pursuing us.
Well, like, it seemed like a couple of them are going, I guess, back to where they came from, so... Like, I'm not gonna be, like, too worried if only, like, a couple of them are following.
Sorry to interrupt here, but I'm just gonna make the players aware. If you guys reach a point where there is no active enemies, we're basically gonna hand wave the rest of the combat towards your victory. Cause as much as I would love to see like the Benny Hills music in the background, and the corridor of doors and chasing and a bunch of bullshit. If they're no longer an active threat, we're going to progress forward.
I'm like, essentially,
Yeah.
Gray. If they don't keep following us after they've all gone back to their positions, we're just gonna focus fire the statues and kill them.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
That's the same mentality I have, and I'm just making everyone aware that I'm going to expedite things at that point.
Then here's what I'm gonna do to help expedite that for you, then, Gray.
Please.
I'm gonna go with Plan A, where I actually stand in front of Eddie,
Yep.
and I, for the whole time being, will do the dodge action with Sanctuary on me, so that if these things try to attack Eddie, they can't get through me. So even if they have to choose a new target, and since they can't reach their target unless Eddie moves Eddie to a different spot, they will never be able to go through the hallway, and we'll just slowly kill them in the room.
Same thing applies to you, Mavet. If you decide to take out a crossbow, there are a bunch of enemies in between,
Yep.
Yeah. Echo Knight Eddie, Seer in between actual Eddie, who would also provide you disadvantage, if memory serves me right, since he's prone, along with I'm gonna say just because he's prone, you're also gonna get full cover. And don't get me wrong, if you're standing, I would rule half cover. With this specific scenario, incline in the steps, 2 allies in the way, you have full cover, and you have that disadvantage, or enemies have disadvantage on their ranged attacks against you. God damn. Oh. Sorry, Seer, what the fuck were you doing? I keep getting sidetracked here. Yeah, dodge action. Okay, I follow. Okay, what is this one doing? This is the main active one that is directly south of this conga line of fucketry.
Making
Well, first
a
it makes a dex
throw.
save.
Yep, there we go. Yep, 9. That is a failure.
And he will use his action.
That's still a failure. He's restrained.
And
I'll
he
sign
will
the
end his
condition.
turn.
Yep. Sign the restraint
gonna
condition
click him.
onto him. I'm gonna sign the condition, then end Peckin's turn because he's not attributing anything massive right now. Fuck is restrained. There it is. Just had to remember my A, B, C, D Fs. Okay. Peckins. Come on, you stupid son of a bitch. Okay. It's Eddie's turn. You're prone. What's happening here?
All right, so if you want to hear something hilarious,
No. No! I don't want to hear anything hilarious. I had enough
I would
gaffles
love to
today.
hear something hilarious.
because just because of like how all the mechanics work and all,
Yep.
I have just enough movement to essentially stand up, move into Seer's space, make attacks, then go back to the space I originally was and drop prone.
Okay, so yeah, that's half movement. 5, 10. Yeah, that'd be 25. And I assume dropping prone. Does dropping prone cost movement? Or is that
It
just.
does not. Standing
Fuck.
up costs movement.
God damn it.
Think of it
Yep,
as like this.
That
It's easier to fall down than to get up.
Yeah, that works. You sneaky bitch. That works. Go right ahead.
I'm only just making that clear so I can just
Yeah.
like save all of us the effort of like
Yeah.
having me move my token for.
Yep. It works out perfectly. Okay.
I can just,
Um,
there we go.
Hang on. Let me do a quick refresher on the restraint condition as you're making your attack rolls.
The only thing you need to know is that like I get advantage.
Okay, cool beans. That's what I was figuring. I just couldn't remember if there's any other caveat that would be affected by your attack roll. All right, go right ahead. We're having fun here. Yeah, 26 is a fucking hit. Are you moving him back?
What?
Are you moving him back?
I didn't move anybody.
Okay, you didn't. You're not moving anybody. Got you. Do you just say qua?
Wait. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Focusing on the damage parts first. Actually, I might as well roll both attacks just so it happens.
A natural 20. Holy shit.
Well, two
Two
of
nat
them.
20s.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So now
okay,
I'll roll
no,
the damage
just-
for both attacks.
Yeah. He's dead. That was 2 natural 20s. I'm sorry. Like, we don't have a house rule, but he's on quarter health. You got 2 natural 20s on advantage. If you want to roll the damage just to see what it looks like, go right ahead. But please describe the kill.
Execution.
It's like Eddie, suddenly being reminded of when he was a young otter pup, just fantasizing about the different comics that he was reading, just gets up, moves over, and just hey Eddie, can you help me out with this one? As he just puts up both of his fingers in a gun-shaped position, pew pew, and they first fire off like a little slow, but then suddenly they get super fast, like a sniper shot, and just completely blast through the statue's being.
Oh my god. It's such an anime thing because I imagine a still frame of the blur effect of both those shots going through the head, going through the chest, the statue bending a knee from the unexpected motion, and everything in the background going pure red for a moment before it crumbles to ash and dust. It is dead.
See, little dude, this is great.
Good to know.
As I stated, just
now.
goes prone again, and
There you go. Okay.
I didn't quite hear. Could you say Seer? Or I think I might have
it's
interrupted you.
Oh, I was just saying it's good to know. Let's keep going at this.
All right, the one to the west. It is on death's door. What does it do? Yes, good
Dex
job.
save.
Not enough. It is restrained with the 12.
Strength save.
Not enough. With a 10, it is restrained.
Now we know that they're only good at killing birds.
It seems to be the case. There was one extra one in initiative, but it is stationary at its position, so its turn was skipped. Aluya, it is your turn. You feel two embraces that you can't see. One from a cat and one from a bird. Pretty awkward.
Right. I don't know which one it is, but your paw, your feathers don't go there, but okay. Yeah, she's just kind of seeing it's just a blocked hallway. There's not really much she can do. Eddie is on the floor for some reason. She doesn't quite understand, but she has faith that everyone knows what they're doing.
He's wiggling his otter butt in front of you.
Again, she'll look out, make sure nothing is coming for us at any other angles, and she'll end her turn.
Out of curiosity, Eddie, how long's your tail? Does it wiggle?
I would say it would probably wiggle a bit, if no other reason than he's just really excited that he's getting to again play out that pup-hood fantasy.
Repeat that last bit. That pup what?
that pup-hood fantasy.
Okay, gotcha.
Just being able to live it out.
All right, Seer, it is now your turn.
I mean, same as the first.
Okay, so dodge action, gotcha.
Yeah, Pretty much, I am just letting Eddie do a shooting gallery while I am there, just making it so that they cannot keep moving forward. And if they want to target me, they're gonna have to target someone that is at disadvantage and covered.
Okay. Anything else that you're going to be doing?
I'm gonna patch people up after combat because I could burn spell slots, but I'd rather use my healing kit.
All right, we're gonna skip to Eddie's turn then.
All right, then Eddie's going to do the exact same thing.
Okay.
Move up a little bit. Eddie Blast.
Mm. Yep. Yeah, don't worry about targeting. Just make the roll. Attack and damage. Okay. Oh, are you fucking serious? Make that damage roll.
That was 3 in a row.
I know. Now!
I mean,
now
honestly,
the odds
it
are
was
skewed.
we were due.
Holy shit. Oh
19
my.
force and 4 bludgeoning.
How do you kill it?
Just like Eddie, like as he's like moved up, it's like, oh wait, hold on, Eddie, I like want to do a trick shot. as Eddie kind of like again like brings his like fingers up a little bit, like moves it off to like a different part of the room, like in back to the east part of the room, and just like shoots a little like smoky Eddie blast, and it bounces off the wall, bounces off another wall, bounces off the ceiling, and then it hits the statue in the back of the head.
All right. Now I need a little bit of collaboration from Mavet and Eddie. Describe like what happens in this room for the next 10 minutes where you are taking advantage of their construct nature just to obliterate the remaining two.
Yeah, so like if like for the two that are just remaining, I feel like Eddie would just be like, oh, he would actually like shout over to to Mr. Peckins like, hey, I think you want to see this little bird, dude.
Feel an invisible presence behind you. Well, actually, no, you sense it with blind sense.
Yeah, and then he'll just do like the he'll actually like if we were doing this the fast version, then I would actually encourage more of as he'll just like gets up instead of like making like a a gun shape with his hands, he instead like actually extends all of his fingers so that each finger is pointing out toward the room.
It's like a laser rock show.
It's like, this one is my scatter shot. As each fingertip just like blasts out a bunch of like tiny Eddie blasts that over the next several rounds are just going to like completely obliterate the remaining two statues.
All right. Mavet, anything else you want to add to this, like as they're being destroyed?
Well, seeing if Eddie stayed in the same spot as he was doing his rock show and shooting gallery, the statues would have stayed motionless until they crumbled to dust one by one.
Okay. 557 for EXP for 557 for everyone in this combat. For you, Mavet, you were going to take half of that. Just because you're participating as the monsters for this, and I do appreciate it.
So, are you guys interested in the rule I was following, or no?
Absolutely not. Nah, I'm fucking with you. Go right ahead.
I'm just
Okay.
assuming that if the original person that activated the trap was no longer like in the area, they would be instructed to move back to their original location.
So, close. That was the original, but so they were all focused on Seer because she activated it. And then because Aluya damaged two of those, they were focused on her. Once she was out of sight, they went to sleep. And then since you hit one, he was just going to keep going towards you.
All right.
So then hitting Peckins was just for fun.
Yeah.
Well, no, Peckins did damage. He was the first one to do damage. And then because of the sanctuary, I was forced to attack him because they always went for Seer first.
Did Peckins do damage?
Yep.
Yeah, with his beak.
Conjured
Yeah.
blade.
Oh.
Nope, not with the beak. The conjured blade. He did a pitiful 7 damage and got fucked because of it. Just for clarity, everyone in the party, it's already been calculated. Make sure to jot down 557. Mavet, 227 for you. Thank you for helping out. At this point, we're going to be taking our break. All right. So let's get
557,
situated.
right?
Yep, 557. All right.
Cool.
And we're back. All right. So after the combat, the statues are completely destroyed, and the party sounds like they're going to be taking a long rest. Where are you guys going to take this long rest? Are you guys going to take it in the tunnel? Are you going to take it in the area where the goblins were sleeping, the master bedroom where Owen was, the cafeteria? Where are you guys going to go?
Is Moffat still stuffing his face at the...
Yes. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Probably kind of see the amount of plates that are left on the side that Mavet left. How many are there?
Well, let's if you guys are planning to go there, we can bring everyone over there.
Yeah, let's do that. Might as well.
I'm just
Makes
gonna
no sense.
I'm gonna quickly expedite this and basically bring everyone over there quick. And bada bing, bada boom. All right, everyone's in the cafeteria. You guys can move over to it. Is to the west. You guys are in the cafeteria. Mavet, what did they see when they come in?
Just like if you've ever watched Tom and Jerry or old cartoons, when you see like plates piled in the sink or on a table just stacked up all the way to the ceiling, Mavet, not needing to eat, is able to eat so much more. So he is just having a blast eating all this food as he sees Seer and Aluya come back. I'm telling you, this stuff you gotta try. Bite. I don't know where y'all went. Kept on eating here.
All right.
Mm,
A full hour
gotta
has
have a taste.
Full hour has passed since then, and you get the benefits of a hero's feast.
We had to deal with
Nice.
like a bunch of stoners.
But there is no more food left. It is completely gone. For you, Mavet, remember you're immune to poison and the frightened condition. You have advantage on your wisdom saving throws, and also write down or roll 2d10 because you gain an increase to your maximum hit points for 24 hours for all these benefits.
Speaking of 2d10s, I got drug mushrooms. I need to roll for those.
Go right ahead. All right. Make sure you write down your original hit points and adjust it so.
Ooh.
Okay. So you gained about like 12 pounds worth of mushrooms that are hallucinogenic and can cause some severe trips.
Eddie, I saw these and automatically thought of you. Here you go.
Okay. If you want to know what these do, Eddie, you can write this down. But essentially, if someone eats this, they make a, I would have to say, a Constitution saving throw of 13 or higher. If they fail, they suffer from a condition and is determined by a 1d4. I'll tell you the conditions on a later date, but essentially it is how the trip treats you. So,
You got more food over there?
Did
the cook? Did he make it? Eddie, can I have one of those?
Gulpsy doesn't have any more food. He's
I see
plumb
food
out.
over there. Eddie, pass that over here. Can I have it, please?
I don't think it would be as good on a full stomach.
And he's right. Like, once you start eating things outside of this hero's feast, it's bland. You don't have any flavor to it. In fact, it probably tastes like ash to you. Ash and smoke.
Good. I was gonna start playing my person as a food critic now. Nothing will ever be as good.
That's pretty good. But,
Oh no, I think he like flowers for Algernon his taste buds.
there you go. Just to make sure, Eddie, you have DC 13 Constitution saving throw down in 1d4 condition, right? Just so we're on the
Yes.
same page later. Okay, just want to make sure. Okay. And yes, just to specify, ingesting is the only way to get the effects of these mushrooms. I believe I covered all the bases for those mushrooms there.
So no shoving it up his butthole.
Yeah. Well, I guess you're right. Reaches the stomach somehow. So, you guys are in this room. Where are you taking your long rest?
Mavet, realizing no food is left, head hits the table as he starts snoring.
Okay. Sounds like you guys are going to make the kitchen your home for the night. Or the morning,
I didn't
should
even
say.
know the dude could eat.
With the many things we found here, I might be able to create things in my free time a bit now, a little bit quicker. There's a wealth of knowledge here. But the question is, kind of looks to Eddie, do you want me to make something for just you? Might help you out in a wider range of things, but I could also give it to Aluya since, well, it helped them too.
Like what?
Well, I'm trying to decide whether I make something that makes it harder for someone to penetrate your armor, or... Well, I only can do this out of speculation, but I'm thinking I make something that allows people to soar the skies.
Ooh.
Well, like the only armor I have on me is like this shield. And in case it hasn't been clear before, but like maybe it just like dawns on Seer now, but like Eddie's just been walking around in like his like it's like his pants and loose shirt this entire time.
Then... Would you prefer mobility, or would you rather stand your ground?
Like I think Eddie just like moves me around a lot anyway. So
I'll
I
do
don't think
multiple.
like I personally need like anything like too movie. I already don't like running.
Then... I'll do both. That lets me decide. Then for the time being, I will be busy concocting, making something for both of you. And Seer and their long rest will start beginning their work as they proceed to find a pair of shoes somewhere in the bedroom.
Yeah. Like, let's cut a scene there. So, can you do me a favor and just move over to the room for me?
Sure, let's see if I get squished by the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're going into the room. Yep, the wardrobe is right there. So let's start off the scene. We see like a side profile view of you in the room. You're on your knee, looking through this wardrobe, filing through the clothes. A lot of the robes seem orange, and eventually you get to the shoes. As you examine these shoes, they seem to be made from animal fur, and hide. Very, very comfortable. As you're looking around, invested into your activity, you feel a hand on your shoulder. As Peckins is right behind you. What do you think you're doing, you dumb bird?
I am hoping to repurpose a tool. Most people walk, but some people rather soar. I could make gauntlets, I can make many things that could aid, but I feel like to conquer over some weaknesses, it's better to be free from the ground, such as yourself.
It's funny to think that you think you can make a difference.
Hard to say. Maybe I won't, maybe I will. But if I don't try, then I'll make no difference.
Repeat after me. Confused.
If one were to stay in one spot hopeless and trying to just fix the world without even attempting it, you get nothing. But if I at least try, there is a chance. It's not impossible, just highly improbable. But even improbability means that I can eventually get to a point where even I can get what I want out of it.
This is
And
a
if
bit
that
of
means I have to work with others, then I will.
this is a bit of a strange scene because obviously you made it clear that you don't maintain eye contact with people that you talk to. Neither does Peckins as he's staring at your lips, reading your words. Repeat after me. Foolish.
Not the first time I heard that. I was told that when I left my home once. It is natural to think that. Although I will not deny what my goal is not completely for that reason alone. It's more selfish. Why do you critique? Is there something on your mind? Do you wish to know more about why? Or are you just simply poking at me?
Explain. Now, you dumb bird.
Well, besides the fact that I'd like to make it so that all the people in our realm would not fear my people, and make my people not be so vengeful of things. It might sound silly, but I'm also doing it because I saw a dream. A dream that I
What?
can never...
You think you have dreams? Aspirations?
No. I mean a little.
You're nothing.
Possibly. But no, I don't mean that way. I mean a literal dream. It haunts me every single time I sleep. Always the same. Always repeats. I want an answer of why. And I think the only way to do it is to reverse the damage. Once I get that answer, I can figure out why I keep getting haunted by it.
What is done cannot be undone. That's simply a rule in this world.
I cannot create nor destroy things, but I could simply change things. I'm not undoing, I'm rewinding. Undoing means I reverse all things. I simply wish to just see what was before.
And you see a smile creep up on his face as much as a beak would allow. And he just gets on a knee next to you. think he says softly to you. But that's the funny thing, isn't it? Rules are meant to be broken.
Isn't that how the world works? Someone finds the rules and tries to break them over their knee? I think that's something you and I can agree on.
Repeat after me. Yes.
Then you have to understand that only way I can accomplish breaking such rules is that I push forward. And I think you can respect that. Even if it's for something so small and selfish. I have a grand ambition, but behind that grand ambition is very something small and rather greedy. No gains for anyone except I.
Explain to me what Seer's doing at the moment. Is she like facing towards Peckins, or is she still rifling through like the wardrobe, or is she just working on the shoes now?
Well, as they were in the beginning, they were kind of like messing with the shoes, checking sizes, trying to figure out how to manipulate it with the materials they have. But when Peckins kneels down, Seer kind of looks to them. Again, not really eye contact until Peckins kind of talked about the rule breaking. That's when Seer kind of makes the connection, the stare and kind of making the confrontation of like, yes, I'm aware of that kind of thing.
I think this is one that you're actually looking at his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is one of the probably the weirdest moments for you, because this is one of the times where you've met someone's gaze and they're not looking at you. They're looking at your lips. It's a strange feeling. And I
Sorta is.
Yeah, and I apologize. What was the last thing you said?
I just simply, like, I was just simply saying, it's like, breaking the rules is necessary by pushing forward. But then I was saying, it's like, while it seems like I have a great ambition, behind that ambition is something very small and very greedy. Does not benefit anyone except me.
Give me an insight check.
Alright. Just wants to take its sweet time. It is a 7. Not the greatest insight. If I can't use Flash of Genius since I didn't do a full rest yet, so
Oh,
that's all I got.
there's a glint behind his eyes. And the most you can gather is he's heard this before. And I think he might start off by saying, I might know somebody who'd be a great friend for you. Would you like that, sweetie?
Any information for my goals would be great. So, I will take kindly to that and say yes.
Gray's gonna look up notes at the moment. What is everyone else doing during this time while Gray's reading?
Aluya is in the corner, not by where like the butchered meat is or the vegetables, kind of like here, kind of tucked in between like a dresser and the wall, and just kind of props herself up to sleep.
What's running through her mind?
She's exhausted. She wants to continue on her journey to try and deal with this, and also the scrying pool, was it?
Yep.
Greatly interests her.
Mm-hmm. I think I have what I need. Okay. I think Peckins will say to you. Now, listen closely. I'm only going to say this once. There is a man, a scrawny-looking man. Don't worry about him. He might be a bit harsh, but he's useful. Goes by the name Jean Laban. He's going to be south of the Fort Keppa, within a ruin. I want you to meet him there when you're done with your business. Afterwards, when you rendezvous, I have an interesting... Give me a second. I have an interesting phenomenon to show you all. Do you understand? Good. I knew you would.
I'm sorry. He's south where?
South of Fort Keppa, where you guys are currently at. Well, kinda-ish. Underneath is better.
Fort Keppa?
Yep, Fort Keppa. South of Fort Keppa, there is a ruin. And supposedly, Jean Laban should be there. Which, again, strange. You guys have never mentioned this person to Peckins.
I will keep that in mind. And I appreciate the knowledge. I really do.
You're cute when you think.
I don't get often called cute, but for your words, I take that as a compliment.
All right. Unless you have anything else to do, that's the end of my little scene right there. You definitely do find what you're looking for.
Then what I want you to know is that I was looking for boots and gloves.
Totally
Because I'm
fine.
gonna switch out an artificer tool.
It is an opulent wizard. If he didn't have boots or gloves, he'd be a failure.
Cool. Then what I'm going to do is that I'm also going to mess with my character sheet because for some reason all my infusions are gone.
That's fine. Perfectly fine. You can mess with it however you wish. But just bring yourself back to the kitchen. All right. Does anyone else do anything before you rest?
It's like a... No, I think like Eddie would just be like maybe like taking like a small smoke break next to like Mavette's unconscious body.
When you put it like that. Oh.
Man, he had a real bad case of the munchies. I just want to make sure I made that joke.
Thank you. Noted, and take your 50 EXP. Okay. Anyone else doing anything?
So I will just say, since Mavette doesn't necessarily need to sleep, his head is on the table facing the door, and he's just making the sounds of snoring.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
So he...
Play sleeping.
That's what he wanted you to think, Eddie.
Mm-hmm. Make me a deception.
This is how the humans sleep, right?
Humans or performance, whichever one you actually want to roll. Performance or deception. I don't believe anyone's passive is below that. You fool Gobsy. Oh, he must have eaten a lot. So tired. Just for your reference, Eddie, because I'm not sure if you're here when I described him, but Gobsy is just a large, goblin-ish looking creature with a yellow plume of hair coming from his head, dressed with a white tunic, a knife in one hand, and it looks like a little what the fuck are those things called? A little masher, a little iron masher in the other, and he is the cook for Gungra's army. Seems nice.
Seems like a nice fellow.
Why, you're such a furry little goblin, and he pinches your cheeks.
Just like Eddie, like at a later point, just like looking at the skin underneath his fur.
Yeah.
It's like, do I look green?
He just
Am I getting
goes
sick. Am I smoking too much? Like, nah, that last one can't be it.
and he's just like chopping at a cutting board, not willing to reinforce that that observation. Okay. Unless anyone has anything else, we can go through the long rest and have a little bit of a campfire story. Yay!
God, it has been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, I know. Been a hot second. Okay, how many people we got? Yeah, that's 2 and 4. Cool beans. Okay, the order that I am going with here is Eddie is 1, Aluya is 2, Mavet is 3, Seer is 4. Okay, 3, that is Mavet. Honestly, I'm actually thinking about a reroll for this one in particular, just because, well, actually, I need to ask Mavet. Mavet, would you actually have any tales to talk about?
That's a good question.
You know what? No, I take it back, because there is a prominent question about your character that I'm going to leave towards the party. Just as a reminder, when we do campfire stories, someone in particular is selected for the party to ask a single question for, and depending on how good your story is, I will reward you. It is up to the party what kind of question they want to ask you, but it's typically, you know, something that you can spin a tale over. Like, don't be afraid to bullshit, improv, and make shit up. So, considering the resurrection of Mavet, what kind of questions does the party have for him?
Oh wait, wasn't it wasn't it a specific person, or are we just like doing the whole party?
No, anyone can ask. I'm just leaving it up to Floor that one person asks him a question. That's it. We're not going to have 4 separate questions.
Oh no, it's just like in the past we had it to where like
one
person was the target of the question, and then one person asked a question.
Well, he's going to ask himself
and that
a question.
Was predetermined.
Hang on. All right. I believe who was 2? That was Aluya?
Me.
Yeah. Yep. Aluya, what kind of question do you have for Mavet? Yeah, think about this. Something he can really springboard off of.
Mavet, I don't mean to wake you, but I'm curious. What was it like when you weren't here anymore? Or was there something you felt, sensed? Was it darkness?
There was darkness, but also light that I saw at the same time. It's hard to explain. I just want everyone to just picture Mavet still head down on the table, pretending to sleep while talking. Everything became more clear but cloudy at the same time. My mind was jumbled. Still remember right before everything went black, I was at odds with the wolf, and the Zombrium took control of me, made everything mad, and then felt my seed growing in the back of my head, surrounded by smoke. And I felt all these faint connections popping up like the roots of my mind becoming fixed with this smoke.
Being that you have this connection with Eddie, and Eddie has made a connection with myself, do you feel a connection with me?
So as Mavet is thinking hard on that, he switches his head to the other side and thinking, I feel something faint, not as cloudy as Eddie, but more like a small mist. Same with Seer as well.
Do you feel your old body anywhere?
No, I don't have a connection to it. I don't think so. I feel something far away, but there's no smoke or mist attached to it. It's like a long forgotten a root that broke off.
And you want to continue on your quest to save the Zombrium? Even though it did what it did to you and a lot of other things.
Although it didn't agree with me, but he was not the one that hurt me. It was the wolf who was hurting me. And as let me think. As I remember, I gave Zombrium my old body, and he hurt the one who hurt me, the wolf.
Well, in that instance, I understand why you did that, but the Zombrium is hurting other people, it's hurting the environment. How is that good?
It's not good that everything can change. People have their thoughts on you, and you're looking to change that.
Sure, but I ultimately know not everyone will, and not everyone will like me. I make peace with that. But I also know that there are bad things in the world, and we can't change it. It is what it is. Some people don't change. Are you ready to face if it does not change?
If it doesn't change, that is the bridge we will cross then. But I have hopes. Everyone and everything has an opportunity to change. Their roots aren't cemented into the ground. Everything grows and weaves its own connections. And hopefully, they make a good connection, which can, like the Zombrium, spread throughout them. Just like this smoke has spread throughout me and fixed me.
That is fair. Well, I'll hold out hope too, Mavet. I really want this to work out for you. Not just for you, for a lot of other people too. I'll be with you one way or another. I'll help you.
Thank you.
And she'll just kind of nestle back into her corner, eyeing Mavet like, this mofo ain't sleeping, but I'll leave him be if someone else wants to ask him a question.
No, that's the end of it. Both of you give yourselves 100 EXP. I enjoyed that RP. Mavet, do me a favor, will ya? Can you make me an Arcana check based on wisdom?
Yeah, let me look up where my proficiency bonus is. So I'll just roll my Arcana. And then
Yep.
my proficiency. It's going to be awful anyways.
No, it's fine. What your wisdom modifier is +4, right?
Yeah, +4.
Yep, +4. So it'd be 9. And what did you say about the Zombrium? That with this new incarnation, you still have a connection to it?
I said it feels like one of my roots, but it's broken off. It's like attached by sinews, very faint.
And just like that, you still feel that slight connection with the Zombrium. And deep out there, you can hear the thunking. Thump. 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 Your old body is still moving. That's all I can give you with a 9.
Let's go.
Let's go. But yeah, it is now 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, actually, no, because I said 3 o'clock last time when you started dinner, 4, so now it would be... Yeah, okay, I got it. So it'd be at noon, actually. It is now noon. You guys are rising up. How did everyone sleep last night? Seer, good old Eddie. How was your rest? What were some small things you guys did?
You know how people like to brew coffee usually in the morning?
Yep. You're brewing
Sears
wax.
doing that, but not with coffee. They're making their elixirs, and it just
Oh.
looks like they have a cup of coffee right there, but reality it's not.
So I will say that Eddie probably missed having been able to sleep in his room. So, but I would imagine he would have found just a nice corner to fall asleep with his vape in his hand. And It's like upon waking up the next morning, just like actually kind of like wondering if like my vet had moved at all, or if they just like still were like in that awkward position the whole time.
Is that so, Mavet?
Yeah, his head just would have been facing towards the opposite side of the door as he was talking to Aluya.
Bruh, don't forget to stretch.
As Mavet picks up his head, you hear a few twigs snapping, and he twists to the left, twists to the right, and you just hear more and more little twigs snapping, simulating a back crack for a human. You're
Wait,
right.
does that hurt, or is that like really good for you? I like don't know.
It feels good, little buddy. As Mavet takes his hands, puts them together, and you hear more little twigs crack. Very nice.
Well, as long as you're all lumbered up. I'll let that joke sit for a moment.
Sitting, getting a little hard and soft. All right. What's the plan? Where are you guys going? What are you guys doing?
I throw a pair of gloves at Aluya.
There you go.
Oh, she butterfingers it. She almost drops it.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Put them on.
What do they? Well, put them on? Yes, absolutely.
Try them on. You'll see.
She puts them on.
Your strength's 19 now.
Oh, Jesus.
Finally, I can move at a normal pace. What are they called?
Gauntlets of Ogre Strength. You can see the gloves don't look normal anymore. They look like they've been modified to have more metal on them. They look more like, I would say, biker gloves, kind of like where they have the padding, but it's all, instead of the padding, it's the metal.
Okay. She's gonna put them on, and you're just gonna see all, like, the veins in her arms kind of get stiffened, and she looks a little buff. She's a little cut right now. Oh my goodness. What is, I feel like I can push a boulder.
Worth noting, it is attunement, so just keep that in mind. I don't think that matters. I don't think you have that many attunement things on you, so.
I just have the one.
I chuck shoes at Eddie.
Ow. Like Smokey Eddie suddenly gets really mad.
Take it back. Two.
You know, I should learn not to throw my things at people that as gifts. When did I develop that? Oh, right. That was Torch. He liked it when I threw candles at him. Anyway, put them on, Eddie.
Like, okay. As he... It's like maybe a bit awkward, but I'm just assuming that like as he puts them on, like, you know, like they start to conform more to his feet.
Correct. And then you'll
Since
see wings
his
pop
feet,
out from the
feetsies
sides.
are ottery feets.
Wings pop out from the side. And you just see, like, Eddie, you just feel like if you just click your heels, you'll fly. Not more defensive, but better. It makes you more able to maneuver when you can't have Eddie help you. I gave
like
Eddie winged boots.
Eddie just looking over at Eddie, just like, I can fly like you.
Do I
I
have
am unattuned with my alchemy jug. So my alchemy jug is no longer active.
There you go.
I take my hour to attune, or we're just ready to jump
Just,
up and go?
I'm just gonna say she did it sometime during the rest. If there's any attunement, like once we reach noon, everything's attuned.
Got it. Thank you.
You know what? You talked me into it. Another hour of roleplay. No, it's fine.
One more hour. Gavel.
Let us go.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Really quick though. What did these look like? Because obviously we got the base materials from like the wizard's wardrobe, but what does Seer do? How does it transform? What do they look like after you're done with them?
They look far more metallic. So like Seer didn't change some of the bases of it. Like they still, when you take them off, look like the original wizard's gloves. But when they're put on, they start to form into more of a metallic look with the gloves. With the boots, they kind of look more fixed up. They don't look as old. They actually look really nice. But when you put them on, they morph and they sprout wings that look to be not of angel wings. Think of more of the mechanical draconic wings.
Oh, hell yeah. What about Eddie? Eddie's item that you gave him.
That's what I'm saying. That's Eddie's boots. They turn.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were
wings.
talking about the gauntlets. Okay.
No, the gauntlets turn more like brutish. They turn more metallic, and they become more like, I would describe as more barbaric. So they kind of make a gritty look of like twisted metal.
Metal as hell. Okay. With that out of the way, what the fuck do you guys do?
So, like, I think we still had to, like, go through this place to find a material we needed. But then, like, I think we need to also get out of here so that, like, we can get some stuff outside, including the Tarask body.
I mean, now you're more capable of having that happen. And Louis is able to be more assistant with speed now.
How do I? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you guys off.
No, that's fine.
You got a perfect timing.
The gauntlets affect my ether sphere, so I think it's supposed to be plus 12 to hit now. How do I check that?
I'll look into it. Let's see your attributes.
Trying to figure out my last infusion. I think it was a spell refueling ring. Yeah, I think I had that just in case.
It says plus. It does say plus 12 to hit.
It does say plus 12?
Yes, it is correct.
Cool.
You're good.
It's like, what was your current list of infusions, Seer?
Enhanced defense. Yeah, enhanced defense, homunculus servant, replicate item 4 times, so bag of holding, alchemy jug, gauntlets of ogre strength, winged boots, repulsion shield I replaced because I was thinking repulsion shield's the thing I kept because I was getting into combat too much. The last one I'm trying to remember because I had the ring for a reason. So I think that's the last one because I kept it for Aluya.
Thank
you. Just to reiterate, just so we're all on the same page here. There's not going to be a lot of things I'm going to correct when it comes to making theories, assumptions, or recalling what I've said in the past, but just to lay it down flat, so at least we're all on the same page. The Tarask body is in what's called the Grave of Ill Omens, which is in the center of this dungeon. Towards all the material that you need to, air quotes, break Aluia's curse, which you guys thought it was towards replacing the ward. The ward is also located in the Grave of Ill Omens, and the components that you're looking for, one of them for sure is in this dungeon. Which would be the unicorn.
Oh, right. All right. Like, leaving the dungeon was because, like, the wizard had asked if we could go to the, I think it was the South Tower to collect a memento of his
Yes. Which
picture.
Memento from his wife. Just to clarify, with that in particular, he did mention that there was a path out of here from the dungeon that leads directly into the tower. So it's your choice whether to find where that entrance is, or you guys can go like on the overhead map and possibly face a encounter on the way. Totally up to you guys. But yes, I just wanted to iron that out, make sure that we're all on the same page here from this point onward. Like, if you guys make assumptions, ideas, or guesses and go along with it, I'm just going to go with the flow.
I guess is Sierra going to mention at all anything that Pecking said?
Not when they're there.
He is there.
Probably when we're on our own.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if like I tap to my head for Eddie, but the problem is like I feel like Peckins has more abilities than they look. He seems to be a rather crafty bird.
He can take a hit, that's for sure.
50 XP, that was good. I like that. You see him playing with magic
really
along
take
his
a
feathers.
pounding.
You see him playing with magic across his feathers. It seems like he does have like an arsenal of spells, but they didn't seem oriented towards a direct combat.
Oh, I will go ahead and possibly then re-ask / properly ask, since apparently I had a very different conceptualization for how big this person was. How, like, you classified him as a medium-sized creature, but how big is he actually?
He
Roughly?
would be, he'd be like between 4.5 5 feet.
Okay, because I imagined something much tinier when we first encountered him, so I thought a lot of things.
No,
and I just don't know if I missed that detail.
So
or...
let's go over him one more time, really quick. So he does look like a woodpecker. His feathers seem frayed. He's missing a fair amount of feathers from his wings. He's wearing a red cloak, and a lot of his garment, like he's wearing a doublet, a lot of his decor on him seems to be clockwork based. Other than that, like you guys have noticed, it seems like he has a habit of repeating what people say, and it's from two specific individuals that he seems to cultivate from. What makes him unique is it looks like he can change the inflection on what he's heard. But for the most part, actually it should be said, he can't hear any of you. He reads lips, so keep that in mind with the discussions.
It's a trick. Don't trust him.
Don't trust me.
He did have a very volatile reaction to losing his earmuffs.
They go so well with my outfit. You know, like having like the muffs are just like two little clocks on either side. Yeah. Since if we're going with the clock theme.
There you go. But yes, that is his height, what he looks like, the condition on his wings. You guys have all the information from having a cursory glance on him. What? Do you guys...
it seems like either we're coming out of this place to get to the tower and all that, or we can keep going inside this place to get the body and also the unicorn horn.
So here's what I'll say then. If we keep exploring here, then before we can leave, I think I could try to infuse the staff, and then we go. But if we leave now, we'll have to delay that sooner since there is something down, it takes a while to do so.
Yep. Keep in mind, it does take 16 hours.
I'm aware, but that's the idea. Is like, or I would skip a long rest. The idea is like if we accomplish our goals.
You would not need to. Well, yes. If that wasn't the first thing that you did during the day, yes, you would have to skip a long rest.
There is something blocking the brain. Something else lurks here.
Huh? What are you talking about?
No, he was saying that, there's a creature that's, guarding the body of the Jurassic, and that's the thing we have to worry about.
Yes.
That's okay.
I was gonna say, you can talk to him at any time. You have him on speed dial.
I mean, we could always open our WhatsApp group.
And it's called the Brain Gang. He had authority over naming it.
I mean, if we want to just want to lift directly from pop culture, we could be the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, the Brainy Bunch.
Oh, I like that
A
way
lot.
better. That makes
Brady
me
Bunch.
smile.
You're the Brainy Bunch.
The Brainy Bunch.
There you go. Okay. Movement, actions, what's happening? Go right ahead.
But yeah, if I'm being for real, maybe it's just because I'm a little bit on the lazy side, but we could always just do all the dungeon stuff first since we're already here.
Indeed. Although there's only two directions we could decide upon. And one was the unexplored place where I was attacked by armored. There is a gold section up there where there's goblins messing around, but we don't need to grab that if we don't want to. We could do that later.
Just for Eddie, really quick. The location they're talking about is by the stairwell where you guys were having that combat. The curvature on the wall. There was a small hole that they could see through, and there was a fair amount of treasure and water goblins, just fucking about. But proceed.
I mean, I guess we could always go in there too, just pop in.
Well, and there's another direction that seemed more guarded, and it had an undead minotaur there. The reason I mentioned that one too is because that one seemed very protected, and more importantly, but I think it's connected closest to the Mr. Brain Man. I forgot his name, so my brain turned off.
Owen.
It is Owen.
To Owen and his pipes. So it depends. If we go down the long path down that way, we'll find things that might not be connected to Owen's, but if we go the one right by us, kind of pointing to the hallway down, we'll go closer to his. I always vote for the farther one, since if all the rooms are connected in some way, we'll eventually get back to that location.
Right.
And we can't forget the tornado paper in the library.
That too.
I don't mind going to explore here first and then move on to the cemetery.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I guess it's more or less decided then.
Actually, I'm not sure what the decision is. Are you guys going to be taking the corridor leading to the library, or are you guys going to go back where the armor suits are and head directly south?
I think we're going to where the armors were.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. Can I just move you guys really quick over there then? Oh, Jesus.
I mean, that'd be faster.
Yeah, I'm going to expedite things a little bit just because we're running close on time here. Fuck me with the peg.
I thought you'd never ask.
All right,
damn it.
Eddie, it's all yours.
Stay.
I wanted to reveal the map along the way.
I don't care. The adult is driving the car, and everyone's gonna have fun. I'll come back and grab you in a second.
I'm kind of
Good,
laughing.
old-fashioned American fun.
Gonna have fun.
I legit only have one attunement I need, and that's for my homunculus. I have 3 other attunements I could go for. Because I
Oh,
don't
you
think
have
the
a
collective
attunement
pirate
for
is-
your homunculus?
Technically, yes, I think so.
Take that off.
Oh?
Yeah, take it off.
Actually, I'll double check that because I don't think it actually is
Aw,
attunement.
you
It just
jerk.
takes an infusion slot.
Well, that confirms things. Gene's evil.
All right.
Oh.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily that Gene was evil. It's just more that like somebody that potentially anyway, something that Gene encountered was evil and destroyed it.
Well, the good news is if I still find the gem, which I probably might be able to since I could possibly hunt it down, might give us information of what happened. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
We got about 14 minutes left in the session, so we're gonna keep running along here. We have to our west a corridor. To the south there's a door. From what you've been told, to the south we have the scrying pool potentially. But I will ask if you guys are moving around and exploring. I want you to all move how you naturally move. So no one of you just going like fucking nuts and like going 1,000 miles ahead of the group.
I open all the
Because-
doors. Let's go. I'm
Yeah, I was
joking.
gonna. Yeah.
So before we move on,
Hmm.
I would say like, I'm assuming I see great swords and heavy crossbows about.
Yes, you do.
So I would say we should pick those up and distribute those between the party. There should be
Yep.
4 of each.
Yep, 4 of each. We'll jot that down and I'll give it to you guys later. Or if you guys just want to write it down, we can get a gross value of it to sell later.
So 4 swords and 4 crossbows.
Yes, great swords.
4 heavy crossbows and 4 great swords.
Leah just opens her bag.
Just puts it in.
Don't snag the corners.
But yes, just to reiterate and just to emphasize, you guys are in exploration mode. Move as a unit, move how you naturally move, because if you guys trigger encounters or trigger like anything, I want it to be accurate. I don't want any bullshit saying, hey, I was like 5 feet behind this guy, or so on and so forth.
I'm gonna
Like, hey
let.
Eddie,
Go ahead.
hey Eddie, can you like just go down the hallway real quick and touch everything, and maybe open the door while you're at it?
I'm actually curious, is it capable of interacting with things? Or would you be interacting with him?
Like, specifically what I'm doing is like,
Yeah.
because like while he is interacting with the things around him, as far as like opening the door, like an action like that, I'm actually using with Mage Hand. It's just I'm combining features together in order to justify certain things that Eddie does.
Okay. All right.
It's like essentially just touching everything along the hall and
Yep.
then using Mage Hand as a substitute for Eddie just opening the door.
Okay. You open up the door to the west, and as you open it, you see a shrine in the room with a serpent at the center. Everyone, well, I'll give it to... Yeah, everyone just make me a religion check. It'll be DC 14 for first bit of information, DC 18 for the latter bit. DC 25 for something extremely important.
Oh god, I might be the one of the only ones that could possibly reach that.
Yep.
Is it religion?
14, 18, 25. Okay, we got guidance. Yep. Mavet.
I also looked at this.
Yep. Mavet has the highest thus far.
Wow, never
Aluya
mind.
is
I
doing
won't-
shit, even though that's your bread and butter.
Oof.
Wait,
You know what I'm gonna... No, wait,
Yeah.
I can't do Mavet because the problem is it's no point of me doing the, unless someone guidance Mavet, I could have given them Flash of Genius to make that a 25,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't because then it'd be a 24.
Unfortunately, it looks like everyone who can use guidance did it to themselves, unless Mavet can do guidance on himself.
No. I
Okay.
know I can, but I wouldn't have
Yeah.
done it.
Yeah, I don't mind guidance use, but where I draw the line is like you can only use it on one person per
Correct.
caster.
Well, I mean, I think more
Yeah.
the question is about that. Like, do you even have the guidance cantrip?
Yeah, I don't think he
I
does.
swore I did.
Oh,
Like,
Oh.
what's your cantrip list right now? Because you should only have 2 as a druid of your level.
No, it's Chill Touch, Shape Water, and Shillelagh. I don't have
Oh, okay. Like, chill touch is because you're subclass. So
it. Mm-hmm.
that's accurate.
So I don't have guidance.
okay. All right, so Mavet. This one's a little bit harder for me to give you the information for, so I'm just gonna say as you're talking about with everyone that you can get a firm idea of what this is. So, from what the party can tell you from your insight onto this, it's the Serpent is a representation of Nahash. This is the great serpent in the sky that basically wraps around the world 5 times. You see it every day. Everyone sees it every day. And the serpent has an offering bowl of looks to be flowers. On closer inspection, even from farther away, you can see a pallor white of bleached bone. Along each side of the serpent is a yellow curtain that goes across the room at a, I would hesitate to say 45-degree angle, but an awkward angle, going from the start of the room all the way to the shrine. Towards this creature itself, there are many different interpretations of how to worship this creature. Obviously, with something as prevalent as a monstrosity in the sky, each culture has their own worship of it. I'm gonna say with your 19, you can see that you can't identify the culture, but you see that whatever worship did happen here, it was sacrificial. That is all I can give you with your 18.
Hey, bird guy. I
What?
just.
What? You're talking to me? Eyes on the ground, you dumb bird.
Okay. Well, little buddy, Eddie.
Yeah,
Good.
bruh.
I need to specify that Peckins is rolling his hand for you to continue.
It's okay, I'll ignore him.
Yep.
I was just making a joke that we were going
Just
to
want-
sacrifice him.
Sad.
It looks like this might be a sacrificial altar. Do you know what we should do for this?
It's I guess I guess if nothing else, like Eddie will at least attempt to move closer to the offering bowl. Does he see anything because he said the hall was lined with curtains, right?
Not the hall, the room itself. If you look to the north
room.
and south, yeah, the north. I was going off of Mavet's perspective of the room, but yes, as you take a closer look to the north and south, you see a curtain spanning across the room, cutting the room at a weird angle, and it leads straight to the shrine, where you see skulls, candles, decomposing hearts, a chunk of flesh in a bowl with skulls and what the hell is it called? It's my favorite type of flower. It's a stargazer. There we go. Stargazer lily.
You know, they kind of sound similar, so Eddie is going to approach the offering bowl
Yep.
and he's going to put some Mahesh in there.
You make an offering.
He does an offering of Mahesh.
Yeah, Nahash, but yes.
No, you don't understand.
Oh, yeah.
Way earlier in the campaign, I acquired some Mahesh.
Yep. Yeah, I got you. No, it took me a second when you repeated it. Of course. And you know what? You know what the worst part about that is? One of my buddies, like way before I met you guys, named that fucking drug. Damn. Okay.
It's like,
Okay. You make
I'm
an
not
offer.
sure if it's your bag, but it's kind of like close to your name, so I hope that's okay.
Okay. Where do you put it? Inside the bowl?
Yeah, I think you would put it into the bowl.
Okay. You see a translucent blue hand cover your offering. Grab at it. Squeeze. And what would you say the value of this drug is?
You tell me, because you told me what it was.
You think
You're
I
the
can
one
remember?
who gave it.
Let's
You
go off
didn't
this-
give a gold value to it.
How much, I should say. No, sorry, not the value. How much did you put in?
So, I think he would have put in like what I would call like the equivalent of like 2 servings, air quote. The idea being that one for you and one for a buddy.
Okay. Let's go off of silver with this, and I'm actually gonna do a 2d10. Okay. You get about 10 silver in this silver bowl that it replaces it with. So a translucent blue hand covers it and squeezes it. Then as it lets go, you hear the clinging of silver in the bowl. Do you take it?
So, I think he would cautiously take 1 coin just to see if like how it would react to it.
Yeah, you
Because he
take.
doesn't know if that's just like it converting it to something or.
Okay, so as you take a silver piece, you see that the bowl has a slight tremor. If you wait, afterwards, you see a slight tremor. It is not immediate. It is like after, like, say, 30 seconds, perhaps a minute.
So, I think if he noticed tremors, just like, okay, no, this is for you. As he just like would then put the coin back.
And after another 30 seconds, it gets a little bit more violent, and you see the coins like jiggling.
Braz, I don't know if I did it bad or not.
The longer you wait, the more violent the bowl gets, and you feel like invisible hands basically grasping at your shirt, tugging.
I think it wants more than that.
So seeing it go, or do I notice Eddie's shirt being pulled towards the bowl since they're invisible?
It's not being pulled towards the bowl. It just looks like invisible hands are just tugging from multiple different directions at his shirt, urging him to do something.
Oh god, it wants him to strip. Alright, Eddie, you got this.
So Mavet would rush up to the bowl. Does he notice it shaking?
It is shaking.
So he would attempt to hold it to stop it from shaking.
You can't. It proceeds to shake, even as you hold it down. Even if you pick it up, it is still shaking.
Oh, wait. I think I understand now. Eddie will then actually take all the coins that it had produced and say, "Thank you very much for the gift."
And it stops immediately. You feel nothing on you.
Okay, it's cool, guys. So, it seems if you put something in it, it will give you something back. And then you need to take it. And I'm just going to say thank you.
Just be on the safe side.
Should we test it with something else? I think I might have a couple things we could try to put in.
Okay. I'm going to say this for you, Eddie. After that experiment, you do see, onto... the shrine is like a marble altar. It's rectangular in shape with a yellow cloth on top of it with skulls lining each side besides a statue of a serpent. On, I shouldn't say the base, but the front of the altar, you do see in faded carved writing a bit of Draconic and Abyssal. Do you understand both languages?
Hey, bruz, there's some chicken scratch on here that I can't read.
Could you describe some of the symbols? Maybe I might know.
Mavet can read the Abyssal.
Okay. Does anyone else read Draconic?
Oh, hey, look, isn't this the same writing as that book?
Oh, I know it. Okay.
I can't get shocked. I apologize, Leah. I'm just pretty bitter about that still.
No, I understand. I am really sorry about the whole thing. I'll go help Eddie now. Excuse me. Pardon me. Boopy bop boop 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 boop.
While you do that, I might as well make a friend.
Make a friend?
Seer begins to cast a 3rd level spell that takes a minute.
Okay, flavor up the spell for me.
Seer is grabbing a bunch of things in their pockets, and you very much see them pull out bolts, little doodads, as well as, and this is what makes it kind of strange, they pull out what seems to be a little hammer and an abacus, and they start pounding into the abacus a bit, but instead of breaking the abacus, it's starting to change its shape. And they start pulling random liquids. It just looks like someone's just being a weird, they're just smashing things together. And then after they have a minute is passes, they made a tiny serpent.
Repeat that last little bit.
It turns into a tiny serpent. It's not the homunculus serpent. It is the spell tiny serpent, made out of an abacus.
A tiny servant made out of an abacus. What can it do?
So I can mentally command it from 120 feet, so it's very useful for exploring rooms. It is tiny sized. And basically the key things it could do, as my throat slowly dies and falls apart from talking too much, I can make the creature move wherever I want it to with simple commands, such as fetching a key, stand watch. But what makes it really good is that it's very good at seeing things since it has blind sight. So nothing can hide past it. And it lasts for, I think, about 8 hours.
8 hours? Does this follow you around? Sorry?
Yep. It is a little servant. It has its ability to walk around with me.
Nice. Okay.
Even has its own stat block. So think of it as like... It's not the strongest thing, so don't imagine it fighting. But basically has an armor class of 15, 10 hit points. It could climb and walk at the speed of a Luya.
Okay.
It cannot be blinded, charmed, deafened, exhausted, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, or poisoned. So it's a perfect trap, walks in, and doesn't get affected by a lot of things.
Okay. So does anyone in the party is anyone in the party capable of reading Draconic? Was it Aluya who could read it?
Yes, she knew. Oh wait, no. Her. Actually, I forget. Did you speak Primordial or Draconic, Aluya? I actually don't remember, or if
Okay,
it was both.
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 Okay. All right. So this is what you and oh, sorry. Okay. This is going to be a little harsh on my end. I'm going to try my best to pronounce this the best that I can. What you and Mavet are able to read from the shrine is... Okay. Ere thou standeth in my presence, ye shall proffer thine most cherished possession, and in return I shall quencheth thy insatiable avarice. And I will definitely put that in fucking chat, because I am not
Thank
reading
you.
that again. Yep. Ere thou standeth in my presence, ye shall proffer thine most cherished possession, and in return I shall quencheth thy insatiable avarice. What do you guys do?
I think Lou's gonna stand there and read it over again, hoping to understand it, but not quite.
Mm-hmm. If you really need to, you can make a roll, and I can offer you like a couple things about this.
Yes.
Would
She will make
everyone
a roll.
like to make a roll on this?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. This
It's
one
like
is...
Eddie will
Yeah.
offer guidance for
Okay.
for Mavet, just so because my religion rolls are going to be bad anyway.
We're gonna treat this as a group stealth, or not group stealth. Sorry, a group check. Sorry, goes
Okay.
hand in hand. So yes, everyone who wants to participate can participate. Just remember, it needs to be half or over to have a true understanding of this. With the religion check, that one was a little bit more of just recalling specifics on a religion. Although I didn't go with a group check that time, this time I will. For
So
this,
religion again?
I actually think more towards... This is a hard one. I might actually do either investigation or insight. Let me double check. Yeah, investigation, solidly. Because you're making
Alright, bet.
deductions based off of clues.
Oh boy. Yay.
Okay.
I suck with this compared to religion.
21.
Anyone else?
I
Okay.
flash of genius, Mavet. So
Okay.
now instead of being an 8 or an 11, it is now a 16.
Okay.
Plus a
16.
1d4.
Yep.
Well, as I'm saying, you already got the
Yeah.
one. Oh, that's for Luya. So Luya got a 14.
Yep, 14. I need your guidance. Okay.
You ready?
Oh, then
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
14. So both of them got 14s. I got a 21.
Okay, both of them got 14s. That is correct. Didn't you do Flash of Genius on him? Yeah, so it'd be
Yeah, that's
9.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What
Sorry,
you guys?
I haven't rolled yet.
Yep. Go right
Oh.
ahead. Okay. So what I'm getting is 21, 14, 14, 8. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you guys gather from this text is that anyone within the presence of this statue must make an offering. That is the most I can give you with the rolls that you guys have done. I'm not sure if there's going to be a trap or if there might be an encounter or if nothing will happen whatsoever. But from what you read on the text is you must make an offering. What do you all do?
Eddie, I have 2 things I can offer. But I don't know which one to pick. As Seer will pull out, and this is the big thing, they will pull out the cap of water breathing, and they'll then pull out the ashes of draconic nature. But I got a sack full of that, so I don't have to put all of that in. That's just a ton of ash. Sacks are pretty big.
But like, I think it does say that the offering should probably be something that you're at least somewhat attached to, or at least like attached to you as like a person. I put some drugs in there, so that tracked.
That's why I went with it. It's just like, you know what? If anyone else would have done this.
Then that means I might have to give up something that I really need.
I mean, like, ashes are kind of like connected to you, right?
Right.
'Cause
That's
you're-
what I was... Go on. Say it.
Yep. Say it to my fucking face.
So, well, you're on fire, so.
That's why I was thinking of using the ashes too, is because I'm saving this for a rainy day. I'm planning to turn it into something personal for me. It's a potent thing. All right. I get I don't get a vial. I get a flask. So let me take a look what I got. I'm gonna use a glass bottle, fill it up with the draconic ash. So that's still a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's see. I'm trying to think what I do want to sacrifice though. So basically, it's hard because like if I give the cap, it's useful, but I don't really care about it. But the ash I do because I have a lot of it, but having a lot of it's very useful. So I'll burn some of the ash, put it in the glass bottle so that it fills up a pretty good amount. So I might lose 1/4 of the bag and have 3/4 of it left, which is a lot.
Okay.
And then I will put the the glass bottle into the offering and see what happens. There is no gold price to it, Gray, but you did say like this is hard to get because we found it on the island where we found a bunch of dead dragon areas.
Repeat one more time what it was again.
It was basically ashes of draconic nature where we found basically ashes of like dead dragons or something like that when we were on the island.
Yeah.
It was when we were having the craziness going on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This one's gonna be a little bit different. You put in the ashes. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right
That is
into the
correct.
bowl. So I want to imagine we have again like an over I want to say like a isometric shot of the room. From one of the corners we see Seer. Move yourself up to the urn. You go up to this sacrificial bowl. Get on one knee. Have the ashes in your hands, held much like a person would hold water in a desert, just in both hands. And they begin to, they begin to fly between your fingers into the bowl and go into eye sockets, coating the teeth like a polish as it goes into the sacrificial bowl of skulls on top of the flowers. And you look towards the serpent, and its eyes glow. And then we see a blue, translucent hand cover the ashes. Grip at it real tight. And you get 16 gold pieces. Gold.
Thank you for the pieces.
They glow again. Aluya, what do you do?
I think when she offers things, she offers parts of herself. So, the same as she would to Aeolus, she will cut off a piece of her hair to offer to this statue, and she'll kiss it, and then she'll place it in there.
Okay. Again, you see scene. The hair is cut, held in one hand, dropped into the bowl, scattering like grass on the wind. They all flutter into the bowl of skulls. We see the eyes of the snake statue glimmer again, and a blue translucent hand goes over your hair, brushes your salmon hair, and you get 9 copper pieces in exchange.
Okay.
And finally, we see Mavet go up to the bowl. With Mavet, he grabs a knife of sorts, cuts his wrist, and we see like an amber-like sap with a smoky quality to it drip into the bowl. It spatters onto the stargazing lilies, and they just seem to eat it up as they blossom and grow even further. And the eyes of the serpent glow a fierce blue from its sapphire eyes, and we see smoke begin to puff and puff from the bowl, and the skulls begin to move, jitter, and finally, within the center of the bowl, you guys see a gem, a diamond. It's blue and worth 100 gold pieces, can be used as a spell component.
So what you're
What-
saying is that we need to bleed them out and get more diamonds.
Yep, we'll deal with what Mavet has to go through when he gets back, but I want to finish off today's session as you guys are dealing with this statue, and we see the smoke. You guys all hear a click and see a path reveal itself to the south of the room. And I think we'll end the session there. Good job,
It was
everybody.
a blue gem? A blue diamond?
Yep, a blue diamond. Thank you all so much for joining us, and I think that's where we're going to end the session for today.
This has been House Common Blood. The intro and outro music is Oh My Dog by Savick, and any other music and sound effects used in the episode are royalty free. Credits can be found in the episode description. Please review us on whatever podcast listening app you happen to be using, and if you like us, tell other people. Word of mouth is the best way for us to grow. Thank you for joining us. Hope to see you soon.